Okay, so you keep your cool, follow your realtor's guidance, and your brilliant offer has been accepted. It's very exciting, but the journey's not over. Now come all the steps so that the home actually becomes yours. The first thing we will do is open up the title and escrow. Because so much of this step is behind the scenes, it might seem pretty mysterious. It actually is very straightforward. Escrow is a safety net that protects both the buyer and the seller and the agents during the transaction. They're like Switzerland. They don't represent the buyer or the seller or the agents. They're a neutral third party that makes sure that everyone agreed to the contract actually happens as it's supposed to do. The escrow officer starts by checking the home's title for any issues. They make sure that the seller actually owns the home and can legally sell it to you. Then they can hold your initial deposit, known as your earnest money, in the trust account. They make sure that there aren't any liens on the property. They make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing, like inspections, disclosures, etc., according to the purchase agreement. As you get closer to owning your new home, the escrow officer coordinates with the lender to prepare the closing documents, making sure all of the financial figures are accurate and all the terms of the sale and reflected by the correct of both the buyer and the seller. In a sense, escrow is there to ensure that everyone holds up their end of the deal. All agreements are honored and all the transactions of property ownership is a smooth and secure. It's a crucial step in the home buying process, ensuring that when you get the keys and the home is rightfully and legally yours. While they're doing all of that, you're having inspections done. It's like sending the home to the Mayo Clinic for a head-to-toe physical. You want a professional inspector to check out everything: roof, windows, foundation, electrical, plumbing, dry rot, termites, and well septic. If property has one and other special inspections, we can tell you what inspection should be done and what necessary. We always recommend what home and termite inspections be done by a licensed inspectors. If they find something that might be a concern, they might advise you to have a specialist look further into it. As a local expert and your realtor should also be aware of other issues based on the past experience with other homes in the area. While you're busy with the inspections, now the seller will be filling out the disclosures they're required to fill out. Think of it like their sellers telling you, here is what you need to know about the house before you decide to buy. It's all about the honesty and transparency. There are also other types of disclosures that the seller most likely wouldn't know about. For example, natural hazards disclosures, lead-based paint disclosures, homeowners associations, which HOA disclosures, and radon gas. For buyers, these disclosures are super important because they give you a heads up on what to expect with the house. It might be small things like a leaky faucet or bigger issues like an old roof that needs replacing. Having these things disclosed helps you make an informed decisions about buying a home and might give you some negotiation power. And for sellers, being open and honest in these disclosures helps to ensure that the sale goes smoothly with fewer problems or disputes later on. Also, during this time, a professional appraisal, who is a neutral third party, evaluates the value of the home and you're about to purchase. It's not just about the numbers, it's about confirming for the bank that the home is worth the loan they're giving you. The value of the home must be equal to or less than the loan plus your down payment. If it isn't, the bank won't finance it. If that happens, you might have the options like offering more as a deposit, and this is something your lender or your agent can advise you on. By the way, during this period, your lender may ask you for even more information than you already given them. They might ask you for employment verifications, letters of explaining where the cash of your deposits came from. They might ask you for more tax returns. Don't freak out. It's irritated. They need these things to make sure that the lender gives a final approval and gets the funds into escrow.